Eobard Thawne, the Reverse Flash, isn't just Barry Allen's greatest nemesis. He's a living, breathing paradox. A man so utterly consumed by hatred that he turned time itself into a weapon, not just to beat his hero, but to surgically remove every shred of happiness from his life. Thawne managed to replicate the accident that gave Barry his powers, and for a glorious moment, he got everything he ever wanted. He was a speedster. He was the Flash of his century. But there was a problem. His era was too peaceful. So Thawne started creating his own disasters, just so he could be the one to save the day. He wages a war against Barry's entire life. In the comics, when Barry's wife, Iris West, chose Barry over him, Thawne murdered her by vibrating his hand through her head. He never becomes the Reverse Flash. He's trapped. Let me know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more. He literally cannot erase his enemy without erasing himself. This locks him in an endless, horrifying cycle of cruelty. His hatred is pathologically jealous. If he can't be the Flash, he'll prove he's better by making the Flash suffer in ways no one else ever could. He doesn't want to kill Barry. He wants to break him. He wants to prove that even the most hopeful man alive can be dismantled if you apply enough pain. His hatred is so personal because it's the only real connection he can ever have with the man he once loved. This sadistic meddling is so central to his character that it spawned the infamous "It was me, Barry" meme. Tripped you on the playground as a kid. It was me, Barry. Made you late for a date. It was me. Thawne isn't just an enemy. He is the architect of Barry Allen's pain. The most infamous example, of course, is the murder of Barry's mother, Nora Allen. Why the decades-long campaign of psychological torture? Why not just kill him and be done with it? Because Eobard Thawne is a paradox. His powers, his identity, his very reason for being at all comes from the Flash. Thawne ran back to Barry's childhood, killed his mom, and framed his dad for it. This single act of cruelty became the defining tragedy of Barry's life, the very event that pushed him to become a hero, all engineered by his future arch-nemesis. In all of comics, because it's not the opposite of love, it's a grotesque mutation of it. He's not just a reverse of the Flash in name and color. He is a reverse of his very soul. He is a walking, talking testament to how admiration, when twisted by jealousy and entitlement, can become the single most destructive force in the universe. This is the story of how the Flash's biggest fan became his most personal and terrifying monster. See? Other villains just want to kill the hero. Thawne is different. He wants to unmake him, piece by painful piece, because his hatred isn't simple. It's a corrupted, twisted, all-consuming love. To understand the hatred, you have to start with the admiration. Eobard Thawne was born in the 25th century. It's a time when the Flash was basically a mytha, legendary hero from the history books. And Thawne wasn't just a fan, he was obsessed. He studied the Flash's life, his powers, everything, with a frightening intensity. Using his new speed, he traveled back in time, desperate to finally meet his hero. But when he arrived at the Flash Museum, he found the truth waiting for him. The museum's exhibits told a different story. He wasn't destined to be the Flash's greatest ally. He was destined to become his greatest enemy, the Reverse Flash. In some tellings, he was so devoted he even underwent cosmetic surgery to look just like his idol, Barry Allen. His obsession eventually led him to a time capsule with one of the Flash's old suits, still humming with Speed Force energy. Every great villain has that one moment, that inciting incident that warps them into a monster. For Thawne, that moment was a horrifying discovery. Imagine discovering that history would only remember you for the misery you caused, that you would one day be killed by the very man you worshipped. That knowledge didn't just break his mind. It shattered it. His fanatical love didn't just vanish, it inverted, curdling into a jealousy and hatred so deep it would ripple across time. The man who wanted to be Barry Allen now dedicated his entire existence to destroying him. What makes Thawne so uniquely evil is that his primary weapon is time itself. He doesn't just throw punches in the present, but he didn't stop there. So why go through all this trouble? Think about it. If Barry Allen never becomes the Flash, then Eobard Thawne has no hero to idolize. He never gets his powers. Eobard Thawne's hatred for the Flash is one of the most compelling. What do you think makes the Reverse Flash such a perfect villain?